Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lara, or Lara Likes Mascara. In every video, I announce what kind of video it is, despite the fact that you have seen the title. You know what you're getting into. But just for posterity, we are doing a makeup empties and decluttering video. So what that means is I am going to show you all of the makeup and also, skincare, hair care, body care products that I have panned or decluttered in the past 2 months. I film these types of videos once every 8 weeks or so, but this time it's actually been quite a bit longer than that. So we've got a big bag of stuff to get through. Let's get into it. We needed some kind of fall lippy, so here we are. But we're gonna do this random style, which means that instead of going through all of the makeup products, first my empties and then declutters, I'm just gonna put my hand in and see what comes out. I think I should start with some makeup products just because that is kind of like what's most exciting, but let's start with the most recent thing that I decided to declutter. This is more of an empty, but let me explain. This is my beauty blender. This is like an actual beauty blender, and I don't want to talk about how long I've had this. It's one of those products. I have been very hygienic with it, so I do wash it very frequently, every couple of uses, and it doesn't sit with product in it for a long time. So I know, like, with some of my products, with mascaras, I keep them for way too long, but I know with beauty blenders, like, you gotta be really careful with them. I didn't wash it after the last time I used it, so that's why I still got product on it, but you can see like how careful I was with keeping up with washing it regularly. Like it's barely stained. It doesn't have too many like rips. It's got some little ones. This is just because of the product I had on it the last time that I used it, but it's in good condition. So even though I had it for a long time, I think it was still okay. That being said, I do have other beauty blenders, and I started breaking out this week. I mean, I break out regularly and I never really know what the cause of it is, but it happened after I had used this a couple days in a row. So I was thinking that I would retire this at the end of 2024, but I was just kind of like, why wait? Like I think I have 3 beauty blenders waiting in the wings. So why am I holding off getting rid of this when I know that I need to at some point? Like, I might as well do it now rather than waiting a month and a half or 2 months. You know what I mean? So let me know how long you usually keep your beauty blenders. And also, I should say, I don't use this all the time. I know some people use their beauty blenders every single day and like for multiple products. I'm not one of those people. I only use this for foundation. I go through phases. So I'll use a brush for a while and then I won't reach for this for a month and then I'll go back to it, So anyways, I'm trying to justify how long I've had it. I don't think I should have had it this long, but I still feel like it's probably not this that was breaking me out, but I might as well, see if it was. So if I stop breaking out, then maybe it was this. Okay, we've got quite a few hair products in this update, so let's talk about a shampoo. This was from Pantene. It is the Illuminating Color Care Biotin shampoo, and this I got in a Buns trade I did a little bit ago. Buns is a trading platform, and I haven't used it in a while because a lot fewer people are on there now than used to be, but this was part of a really great trade that I did maybe like 6 to 9 months ago now, and yeah, I actually like this shampoo quite a lot. It had a lot of like bubbles, you know what I mean? Like I like ones where it really foams up. I do not believe that Pantene is cruelty-free, so I wouldn't purchase it, and I say this every time. I exclusively purchase shampoo bars so that I'm not contributed to XX plastic. I wish I could make that choice in every aspect of my life, you know what I mean? But yeah, this is something that I have found has been an easy transition to a plastic-free product. So not gonna repurchase this, but it's nice to, when someone else is getting rid of something that they've already purchased, I'm happy to take it off their hands and use it up because, it is a little bit easier to use a plastic product compared to a shampoo bar. Okay, let's talk about a body care product. This one I want to do near the beginning because you guys, you're gonna be so proud of me. I have not talked about this product in years, maybe a year and a half, because I actually forgot about it. And then I was going through my sort of like under the bathroom sink the other day and I came across it and I was like, you know what? I'm feeling motivated. I am feeling courageous. Today is going to be the day that I declutter this deodorant. let's start from the beginning of this tale for anyone who has not been watching me for like 4 years. Back, I want to say it was like early 2020, maybe even 2019. I wanted to try a natural deodorant, so I think that was like one of the presents I asked for from my mom for like a birthday or Hanukkah or something. And she got me this stink bug deodorant in, like, the scent is patchouli, which by the way is my least favorite scent slash fragrance. Like, I don't know how anyone likes this stuff. It's just, there's something horrendous about it to my nostrils, but it is deodorant free, and I did try to use it for a while. Like during COVID, you know, when I was home all the time, I would use this as my deodorant for the day if I wasn't leaving the house. But like, it doesn't even work. It didn't stop me from sweating. It didn't make the sweating process any more okay or like less smelly. Like, this smells worse than my actual sweat smells. And so if I was like wearing a shirt and wearing this deodorant, like that whole shirt would then smell like this. So like, I could not get away with wearing a shirt 2 days in a row if I was wearing this. The only way I could do that was if I had like a tank top on and like really big armpit holes or something. So it was just so hard to use this, but I was like, you know what? I think I put it in my project pan for a while. I was really trying to get good use out of it. And over the years, I was not able to be successful with using this. So let's see how much I've actually used up. Anyways, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep it because maybe once in a while I'll use it and then eventually I'll use it up. It's just never going to happen. I just need to be honest with myself about that. Okay, so actually I've used up quite a bit of it. This almost like makes me want to keep trying because clearly I made progress on it. So look at this. Like, it's down there. I probably used up at least half of it, but I just simply cannot use up the other half. Like, I just can't do it. I'm not willing to have all of my shirts and all of my sweaters smell like this terrible product. So I'm just gonna have to get rid of whatever is remaining. At the end of the year, I always do a video that's like all of my empties from the entire year, and I think I will like remove the remaining part just to see how much is left. I think that would be fun for a video. But yes, I expect some of you would be really happy to see this gone. Others of you who are familiar with it will be like, I cannot believe that you still had that. I also can't. I really thought I was going to be able to finish it up someday, and I simply did not have the stamina. But it is getting decluttered. All right, let's do another makeup product because I actually have quite a few from this past month or two. So this is my Merit Brow Gel, and this is one of the few products that I received in PR. I have only gotten PR once in my life from Merit. I got 3 products from them, and this was my least favorite of the 3 products I got. It's just okay, like beautiful packaging, it gets the job done, but there's nothing that wowed me about it. I don't think it would be worth repurchasing it. It's worth using, but it's not worth buying, if that makes sense. You know, like if someone was decluttering this, I would be happy to accept it, but I just don't think that it like changed my life in the way that their other 2 products that I tried from them really have. Like, those 2 products changed the game for me in those departments, but this was just, you know, a decent brow gel. But, you know, maybe it's just not possible to create a life-changing brow gel. Maybe it's not Merit's fault. I don't know. Anyways, I like this brow gel, but I'm mostly just happy to be done with it. Although I will miss this stunning gold packaging. I want all of my products to look like this. All right, what we got next? Shall we do another hair product? Yes, let's do 2 at once because these are the same. I believe I also got these from a buns trade. I don't think it was the same one as that other hair care buns trade, but these are the Live Clean Tropical Coconut Dry Shampoos, and they are like the spray type, which honestly, that's like the only kind that I use. And these didn't do anything. Sometimes I'm confused about dry shampoos because I've used quite a few that don't actually make your hair less greasy. Like, maybe they make your hair more clean. Maybe their purpose is, you know, if you are someone who like uses a lot of heat on your hair and a lot of product and hairspray, whatever, maybe they like remove the debris or whatever, but that's not what I need dry shampoo for. I need dry shampoo so that I can go longer between washes so that my hair is not greasy. Like, I need it to serve the purpose that actual shampoo does. And these do not. I would spray them and my hair would still look just as greasy. Like, I don't, I don't understand why companies are making dry shampoo that is not solving the purpose that shampoo does. I think this was a thing back when dry shampoos were like first getting on the market. I remember trying out a Tresemme one in like maybe grade 11 or something. I think I saw it in like 17 magazine and I was like, dry shampoo, what an idea, because you know, I've had greasy hair for a long time and the idea of not having to wash my hair every day was a miracle. So I tried it and I was like, this does absolutely nothing. So back then, like when they were first developing the technology, I can understand it not working very well, but at this point in time, like, if you're not making my hair less greasy, like, what are you doing? Why do you exist as a product? So anyways, I will be passing this on to someone else who maybe doesn't have greasy hair. I don't know why you would use dry shampoo if you didn't have greasy hair, but hopefully I can find someone else to take these on because they did absolutely nothing for me, unfortunately. I was excited to, you know, be set on dry shampoo for a while, but that, you know, that was not my fate. Okay, shall we go back to a makeup product? Yes, I've got quite a few actually. I actually decluttered 2 new makeup products this past month. This one, I mean, it depends on what you refer to new as. This is still in its packaging. It's not new because I've had it for a very long time, but it's never been used. So this is from Bonnie Bell. It is this brown shade, sort of a bronzy color, and it has the potential of being really good. But the issue is that I'm currently using a similar shade of brown eyeliner and it's not good. It's really not good, and I'm just using it because that is what I have. It's getting pretty dark out there. It's approaching the time of year where I basically exclusively have to film in the morning, or this is what happens, but I had stuff going on today, so unfortunately I could not do that. So I'm just worried that the same thing is going to happen. I am going to open this, I'm going to try it, it's not going to be good, and then I'm going to feel like I am attached to this eyeliner and I have to finish it and use it up till it's done. And I just don't want to relive this experience again, like the same as the one that I'm currently living through with my current Wet n Wild eyeliner. And I don't think this is going to be any better because it's Bonnie Bell. Like, it's not a brand that I've historically loved and pretty inexpensive, so I don't have high hopes for it. So I just decided, you know what? I will buy myself a nice new eyeliner and I will pass this on to someone else if anyone else wants it. I don't know what came over me. One day I was just like, you know what? It's going. That one and this one too. This is not the other new one that I'm decluttering, but I decluttered it in the same day as that eyeliner. This is from Topshop. It is a black eyeshadow or eyeliner. You could use it as an eyeliner. And it's a great idea. Like, the reason I kept it was for posterity. I thought, hey, maybe at some point, like, I'm gonna need a black eyeshadow, or I'm gonna want a single shadow that I could use as black eyeliner. And it sounds like it's a good idea, but in practice, I just never used it. Like, I have not reached for this. Like, I don't think since we've moved into this apartment, we've been here for 4 years. I think it's been used like once or twice, like you can tell a little bit, but that's it. I just never use it. And so on the off chance that I will use this once 2 years from now, that is not worth it to me. I would rather just not own it and suck it up if I don't have the perfect product that I need in 2 years from now. Like, it is not worth owning on the possibility that one day I might. So proud of myself for getting rid of these 2 products that I've had for so long and never used. I don't think there's too many products left in my collection like that, like where I've had them for ages, and so I feel guilt about not having used them, and that's part of the reason that I keep them in my collection. But if there are, hopefully I feel just as empowered to declutter them as I have with these 2. Okay, non-makeup. Let's talk about a hair product. I don't even want to open this. This is the Alberto Extreme Style Groom It Pomade. I think my mom got this for me like a long time ago, probably when I was in undergrad or something. And at the time I was like, why would you get me like a hair pomade? That's not the type of product I use. I don't like slick my hair back. Okay, put yourself in like 2014. Were you slicking your hair back? No, that was not a popular hairstyle at the time. But of course, in recent years, that has become a popular hairstyle. And so sometimes when I want to do a slick back look, I use a bit of this, but it's so old that the formula and texture has changed. Oh my God, the color has even changed since the last time I used it. Ooh, I don't want to spill it, but hopefully you can see that. It's really gross looking. It actually works well as like a hair slick back gel, but it's so old that I do not think that this should be going anywhere near me. anymore. So now I don't have like a slick back product, but that's fine. It's not worth keeping this to have one. If I had had this more recently, or if slick back hairstyles were more of a thing in 2015 to 2018, that would have been great. Unfortunately, that was not the case, and so it's going. I did get some use out of it towards the end, but this was definitely not used for like the first 5 years that I owned it, unfortunately. All right, what we got next? Ooh, let's do a skincare product. Oh, this feels kind of gross, actually. This is a face mask. It is from Dr. Jart. I've never tried a product from this brand before, and it's not cruelty free, so I will not do so again. This was a gift. I will preface it by saying that. So I was working a job this summer and someone gave us all these little like gift baskets, and it contained this. So I did think about like, you know, just passing it on to someone else to use it because it's not cruelty free, but she had already gifted it to me. I think a lot of people, if they're not cruelty free, they probably just wouldn't have used it at all. But to me, it didn't feel like it made a difference. Like the harm had already been done. I already had it in my collection. If I used it or if someone else used it, it wasn't gonna make a huge difference. And if someone else used it, I would have to go through the process of like finding someone who wanted a face mask like this. I don't think most of my friends use single-use face masks. So I was like, it's not. Please forgive me. It was not worth the effort of passing this on to someone else. It was fine, but it had like way too much moisture in a way. Like after I applied it, there was so much like product that I didn't know what to do. Like I didn't have enough face for this all to go on. I was like using it all over my chest and my neck and my arms, and like, I don't know, it's too much. I don't think single-use face masks are for me, even if they are not as wasteful as they are. So cool that I have now tried a single-use face mask and confirmed that I will not be using one again. Time for some makeup products. So 2 of these will not be a surprise at all if you have been keeping up with my other videos. So I've been on this lipstick project pan or graveyard project pan this year where I'm trying to cycle out some of my older lip products. The most recent video just went up this past week. That was the final update in my graveyard project pan, but I've been working on these products since I think March was when I started. And one of them I finished in August. This is from Kiko, and I always open the wrong end first. I love the shade of this. It was just a really nice red on me, and it worked well for my lips and my cheeks. I did depot the remaining product in there into a little pot and have been using that. It's taking forever to use up because it is so pigmented. So it's obviously hard to use on my lips because it's in a little pot. So I have to like swipe it around. But using it on my cheeks is really slow. So that is probably going to take until the end of the year to finish, but I did finish up what was in this. So this is one of those products that I loved, but was also happy to get out because I've had it for so long. The next one is also a red lipstick. This is from NARS, and look, the actual lip product is smaller than the cap that it was in, and I was working real hard on this for quite a long time. The past 2 weeks, I want to say, I was using this like 5 times a day. I was just swiping. I didn't wait for the product to fade before I swiped some more on. I was desperate to finish it. I really wanted this to be done during October, and happily I succeeded at that, but barely. Sometimes it is helpful to give yourself like actual deadlines by which to finish a product, otherwise you just won't use it up. At least that is what I have found. Is that too bright now? Really struggling with the lights in here because it is like basically dark outside. But yeah, I'm really glad to have these 2 red lippies out of my collection because I don't organically reach for red. I actually think red is generally a pretty nice color on me, but it's just so much harder to keep up with. Like if I have a sort of nude pink shade, just for example, this one right here, this is Beige Vintage by Lancome. This was a present a long time ago. If I'm wearing this and it fades, it's fine. Like it's not obvious that my lip color faded. It's just gradually going to become less and less pigmented on my lips, and no one's going to notice that anything is weird. I don't even feel the need to like reapply this if I don't feel like it or if I forgot it at home or whatever. It's fine. But with red lipsticks, like you need to be so careful about the maintenance and upkeep. If you forget it at home, as soon as that starts fading, you gotta wipe it off your lips. Like it's just so much more work to use red lipstick. And sometimes it is worth it, but on the whole, I just don't need that many red lipsticks. I feel like I've given this rant in like every single video where I've talked about these, but I did like them to a certain extent, but it's challenging. It's a lot of work. So glad that those two lip products are out, and I'm excited to do like a review of all of the lip products that I finished over the course of 2024. That will be in my final makeup empties / makeup declutters of the year, probably sometime in December. So this is the second last empties video of the year. Okay, we've only got a few more products here. Let's talk about a hair one, because this is actually the final product in my like red era of my life. I started tinting my hair red in June 2023. I bought a bunch of red hair stuff because I thought I would probably want to continue doing it for a while, and I continued right up until I think September of this year was the last time. So just about a month and a half ago was when I finally finished this product. I'm really happy that I went red. Like I loved, oh my god. I'll show some pictures of my red hair era. I went from like very, very bold and bright red, which I love, but just you can't really keep it up well, especially if you're tinting, like it just fades so quickly, to now I've got more of like a blondie, strawberry, almost orangish look, which I love. The only thing is that I don't know how it's going to like grow out, you know what I mean? Like I think I'd rather go back to my natural color. Too much talk about hair. Anyways, this was the last red product I finished, and I'm not gonna buy anymore. I'm just gonna like let my hair do what it wants to do, be the color it wants to be for a bit. But I'm glad that I branched out because I never tried, you know, changing up my hair color like that before. I've got one more makeup product, but let's do a skincare product. This was the Good Molecules Instant Cleansing Balm, and I got this when I was in Ulta in 2023. I was in the US, so of course I went to Ulta and I picked this up because I'd heard a lot of people raving about it. I did not like this at all. My entire like 4-minute rant about that product did not record, so I will give you the brief summary right now. Essentially, my issues with it are efficiency and amount of product. So basically I found this product very inefficient. It would take me so long to remove my makeup. I would just be like standing over the sink applying more and more layers because it would take so much work to get it off. I find it so much easier to use micellar water, just put it on like a cloth or something and wipe my face. That takes like 12 seconds. So much quicker, so much more efficient, and so much less product is needed. And then also with the cleansing balm, because I was standing there over the sink, like using more layers, sometimes I would have to go in with the product, a couple of layers, and then wash my face with a cleanser, and then go back in with more of the cleansing balm. And so water would be getting everywhere, like all over the sink. Like it was just a disaster. I would like flood the bathroom every time. It frustrated me so much. I also tried the e.l.f. cleansing balm a couple years ago. I went through like the holy hydration thing, I think it's called, and similarly did not like that. I think it's just cleansing balms are not for me. Like micellar waters are so much easier. So I will not be buying any more cleansers. I know people love that product, but I would not recommend it just because I would not recommend any cleansing balms. If you want to be efficient, that is not the type of product to use. Rant over. A lot of products I'm talking about that are from the US, but this was gifted to me by my sister, and I have so many dark lippies that I do not use. I do not need more. I just don't. And the product that I wanted, they didn't have it. So my sister felt bad and she was like, oh, I'll just get her something else. So she got me this, which was lovely. But it is in Plum and Get It, and it's a purple lippy, and I have so many purple lippies that I never reach for. I'm wearing a purple lippy right now because I'm literally trying to use them up, and it looks great, and I really do like the formula of these, but it just doesn't make sense to keep another one. So I'm decluttering it while it's still new and someone else would want it, because I think that is the right thing to do, despite wanting to keep it and try it, and maybe it'll be better than my other purple lippies and maybe it'll be worth keeping. I think it just makes more sense to declutter it now before I have even opened it, especially because when I went to the US recently, just a couple weeks ago, I got this in another shade, the shade that I originally wanted. And so it doesn't make sense to keep this anymore, and it's only a couple bucks. So you know, it wasn't worth that much in the first place. But anyways, I'm proud of myself for decluttering something that is new. Look at me. 2 new products getting on my collection. Yeah, so that is the final makeup product that I am decluttering / is an empty this time. These ones were empties, and then these 3 were declutters. So not bad odds, honestly, 50%. I'm happy with that. And the final 2 products are samples, so I will just briefly discuss them. They're both from hotels, I think. This one is actually from a buns trade. I couldn't tell you when. I got 4 of these little L'Occitane products, shower gel, conditioner, shampoo, whatever. And I think they were probably from a hotel, and this person just like didn't need them. And I kept them around just in case I ever needed products like this. But when would I ever? Like, when I go away somewhere, if I go to a hotel, there's products in the bathroom that you can use, and it's just not worth keeping them on the off chance that one time I am going to need little minis like this. I mean, maybe for shampoo, that's the only thing that I could see being useful rather than bring a whole shampoo. But even if I wanted to like refill this with another shampoo, I don't have a liquid shampoo. I only use shampoo bars. So this is just not something that I needed to keep, so I was like, let's just use it up, because it's just taking up space in my life and in my collection. And the final thing is this shower gel. This was from a hotel. This was actually, if you can believe it, from my end of 2022 trip to Turkey. I actually did 2 vlogs while we were in Turkey. I will link them here. I had so much fun on that trip, but also making those vlogs. I'd never done vlogs like that before, and I loved it. And it's really nice being able to look back on that trip now through those videos. But anyways, I was like, why am I keeping, both of these are shower gels, why am I keeping these shower gels on the off chance that sometime I will need them? Let's just use them while we're at home. So that's what I've done, getting these minis out of my life, because I don't need minis. I just don't. But that is it for today's video. I know it is super dark. I'm really sorry about that. This video needs to go up next Saturday, and I'm busy both weekend days, and I don't want to get into the habit of filming during the week. If you don't know, I'm a PhD student, so obviously I do have flexibility, but filming takes hours, and I just don't want to be spending 2 to 3 hours once a week filming a video when I should be doing work. Like, that just doesn't feel good to me. So even though it's super dark, this is the only time I could film. So I do apologize about that, but I hope it felt a little bit, you know, cozy. That was it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you next week.